Hey, what's going on, everybody? Echo Side Fiend here, up on the Carnival Spirits channel once again. Man, it's been a while since I've been able to get on here. It's been a while since I've even done anything on my own personal channel. And as usual, it's my regular excuse, the same excuse I use every fucking time. I'm just so fucking busy. Work has been crazy, getting all kinds of not extra, just new stops added to my route. My Monday is getting fucking insane, but I'm making a lot of fucking money, so not complaining too much. My Thursday is getting bigger. We got a new sales girl in the area that's just adding all kinds of fucking stops. One of them is a fucking brewery, and I've already gotten pretty tight with the owner. So he's already said, he's like, yeah, you and your friends should come out here, and we'll hook you up and all that shit. So definitely gonna be doing that sometime soon. So yeah, it's been a lot of work, but it's really panning out. Trying to stay busy in the gym, and all that good stuff. Just keep them busy, really, and I do want to focus on this stuff more. I always got all these cool video ideas that I want to do, and I just don't get around to it. So, but I'm trying to keep up, and yeah, that's pretty much that. But today I had to jump on here to talk about something that's making me feel old as fuck, man. Old as fuck. 15 years ago today, August 31st, 2004, Hell's Pit released, unleashed upon the world. Obviously, the second part of the sixth Joker's card of the original six, and man, there's a lot of good memories attached to this album. I remember me and my buddy Rob. He's one of my Juggalo homies. He's not as hardcore into it as I am, but he is a Juggalo. He is a fan of ICP. Even before we met, he already was. That's actually one reason we kind of clicked so well. He's also a big wrestling fan. He was a roommate of my older brother. He had moved in with him, and then my brother's like, hey, you and this guy would probably get along, he's got a lot of the same interests, and we met. Actually, turns out we already knew a lot of the same people. He had actually been a former roommate of actually the guy that I found ICP through. I've shared that story before. The friend Jeremy that I worked with, it was one of his friends that showed me ICP, and Rob lived with Jeremy for about a year. Actually, before he moved in with my brother, I think he moved from Jeremy's to my brother, to my brother's apartment. So me and him actually went and picked this up. Obviously, this is the vinyl. We picked up the CDs, obviously, but we went at midnight to Meijer, which is a store that I've mentioned numerous times in my videos. Department store, pretty much like Walmart, but based right here in Grand Rapids, locally owned. They are all over the state and all over Ohio and Indiana, I believe, as well. But they're based right here in Grand Rapids. But they would get movies, music, everything at midnight. So me and him drove over there at midnight on August 31st. And I remember we went back to the music section, and we get back there, and we didn't see it. And we're like, fuck, they don't have it. So we went up to the courtesy desk to see if maybe they just hadn't stocked them yet. And there was a rack there that they just hadn't rolled to the back yet, and we're about 100 feet away, and I could see it. I'm like, yes, they got it, and we fucking ran up there, and he bought a copy for himself. I bought 2 copies, of course, because I'm a collector and had to have both DVDs. We grabbed some beer, went back to him. He was living with my brother at the time, went back there. My brother's not into ICP at all, and he was probably already asleep for work, but we sat and chilled, had a few beers, watched the live at Red Rocks, and watched the Bowling Balls music video, and listened to the album. And I have stated before, I don't listen to this as much because it does put me in kind of a weird mood because it's so dark. If I'm already kind of like maybe in a kind of iffy mood to begin with, it kind of brings me down a little bit. And if I'm in a good mood, also kind of brings me down. So I don't listen to it a lot. I listen to it fairly frequently. Let's put it that way. I do listen to it because there's a lot of great tracks on here. One of my favorite ICP tracks of all time is The Witch. I love that fucking song. I love the beat. I love it. It's so chill. It reminds me of like early 90s style hip hop. It's very relaxed and very chill, but the story in the song is fucking crazy. It's ICP themselves driving around, like, just doing whatever, doing like crazy ass shit, and the whole time the witch, which I believe is their kind of their interpretation of Satan or the devil, whatever, is riding along with them, like just watching everything they're doing. It's just a really freaking, creepy lyrics to the song, but the song itself, like the music, is so chill, and I just love it. And there's a lot of other great tracks on here too. I mean, I pretty much the whole album I like. It just kind of puts me in a weird mood, so I'm very selective of the times I listen to it. But it's a great album. It complements Shangri-La, which is of course the first part, very well. It was worth the wait. I thought it was fucking great. I have mentioned before in my review when I did this, I did say it felt a little forced. I didn't feel that it felt as natural as Riddlebox, as Great Malenko, whatever, but that's not to say it's not good. It's fantastic, actually. It's a great album. It's obviously one that I recommend if you don't have it, which I can't imagine anybody watching this wouldn't have it. It's necessary for your collection, and it is, I'll go ahead and say it's a classic. It's a classic ICP album, and it's, great part to your collection, so if you don't have it, make sure you get it. But this thing is 15 fucking years old, man. 15. How? Where is the fucking time? Where is the time going? I just don't fucking understand. I'm 42 now. I just turned 42 last month. It's fucking crazy, man. But happy fucking 15th birthday to the Wraith Hell's Pit, second part of the 6 Jokers card of the first 6. Great album, and just make sure you get it if you don't have it. And then, of course, this just came out, a year ago? Last year's gathering. I know I got mine in the mail in March, but obviously Hell's Cellar, some cut tracks to it. This is really fucking cool, too. Some of these I do feel, I can see why they were cut. They're great songs, but some of these I don't feel like would have been at home on this album. So Hell's Cellar was the perfect place for them. So nice little compliment to the Wraith Hell's Pit, which today, August 31st, 2004, 15 years ago, was released. So 15 years old today. Happy birthday to the Wraith Hell's Pit. And I think I'm actually going to listen to this today to celebrate, because later tonight is AEW's All Out pay-per-view. I'm getting that, and I'm having a bunch of people over for that. So if this album kind of brings me down in the dumps, AEW will bring me right back up. So this will be the perfect day to listen to it. Look at that. So, all right. That's pretty much all I had. So happy fucking birthday to Hell's Pit. 15 years ago it was released. So make sure you guys all listen to it today too. And make sure you keep tuning in to Carnival Spirits, and hopefully you'll see this face a little bit more. So that's all I got. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Make sure that you're supporting Carnival Spirits. Make sure you're subscribed to everybody, and make sure you're subscribed to my personal channel, which is Echo Side Feed. So as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. This is Echo Side Fiend, and I will catch you in the next one. Too sweet.